So I'm learning to powder coat. Yeah, oh sure, I've got the basics down. But my goal is to get this glassy-like finish that I see the professionals doing. That's nice. Yeah, because I'm not there yet. And the only way for me to get there is to practice. And when I practice, I make dust. And lots of it. And I quickly learned that this box fan furnace filter idea was not going to cut it. Because I've got a layer of dust in my shop, not unlike this layer of dust right here. So I got lucky and I scored this Delta dust collector off of Craigslist. And all I have to do now is figure out how to get it installed into this, my tiny powder coating closet, cabinet, booth. So stick around, because that's what we're doing today. So I go out to my hoarder shack and I grab this piece here that I originally was going to use as part of a sanding table in my woodworking shop, but it will be equally as good giving its life for the good of the powder coating. So now it's time to take everything apart and get this thing ready for the big move. I carry it over to my other workbench and get it ready to build the stuff I need on the backside. So here I go blowing off the dust that the furnace filter didn't catch. This is what my shop looked like. I didn't want to put you through the agony of watching me hack this together, so ta-da, it's done. I didn't get a picture of this rig before I installed it, but I think you get the idea here. And you see I just have enough room to get that compressor out of there if I have to. So I had one of these adjustable 90s left over. I just straightened it out, taped it up, and turned out it was exactly the length I needed. And a little cap, and there, instant clean out. And if you're wondering what it looked like with the filter in, there you go. I had this plastic elbow here, so I used that, and it's all pretty much ready to be pushed up against the wall. But the next day, my blast gates from China showed up. I'm hoping I don't regret those. But the reason I want blast gates is because I am going to run a pipe over to the oven with this cone of silence here. It's going to hang over the oven to catch the fumes because they're pretty wicked coming off that thing. And I'm going to just pipe it through that hole. Now the reason I have that hole in the ceiling is because the dryer is on the other side of this wall, and it used to vent out of this hole, up, straight pipe up the wall through that hole to this connection here in the attic, like 12 feet up in the air. And then it would go across another 9 feet, and it was jam-packed full of lint. I honestly don't know how they didn't burn the house down. So I shit-canned that and rerouted the dryer, and now I've got this hole in the ceiling. But I'm going to use the hole to get a pipe over to the oven to suck up the toxic fumes coming off that thing. But on the other side of the garage, I had to drill a 4-inch hole. And you can see here I've run the power up to the dust collector. And here Here we go, it's all connected. Just have to clean up the wires. And here are the wires cleaned up. And if you're wondering about the garage door, that was something I looked into well into the planning stage, and you can see it stays well back. So we're in good shape. Originally this variable switch was on the vacuum for the sound blaster, but as it turned out, it didn't need it. That little vacuum running flat out is the perfect amount of suction. So now I'm using it to turn the dust collector on and off. We'll do a little sprinkle test, make sure it's flowing in the right direction. So far so good. So it dawned on me that I didn't show you the hole that I cut in the bottom of this thing for the ductwork. It's hard to tell how much of a difference it's going to make. It's kind of too soon to tell, but every little bit will help. So there you go. That's what I've come up with, and I hope you like it. If you do, give me a like. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next project.